this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else's ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean? All right. For my opinion, this is just my opinion, and I personally think it's right. But this Russian social media influencer, this dumb broad, I think she was imitating and being inspired by the retarded ass degeneracy of my country, the United States, really. And even though I believe it's a little extreme for her to get arrested, I really don't give a shit. I actually think it's hysterically funny. You know, that's my opinion. Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. I moved to another spot here. After my shower was put in and the contractor, all the stuff for the new shower was all over here, I decided to just use this spot now. But anyway, time for another video. I'm trying not to laugh about this when I wanted to make a video about this for a while. I seen news of it on YouTube postings and looked into some articles. I'm just going to give you my take on it, as far as my take on it, not all the facts that everybody else had all over the place already. My video is more geared toward hypocrisy in this country compared to other countries. I'm laughing about this. Yeah, I'm saying this woman deserves it. Okay, the woman in the Russian social media influencer, in jail, spending almost a year in jail. She has to pay a big ass fine, and she apologized, probably sobbing after she thought it was funny, and then after she was arrested, I can't even talk about it without laughing. I mean, I'd have to keep retaking the video. Because it's like, yeah, the stupid shit that people think it's funny, and I'm all for, yeah, it's hard to not jump subjects on this comparing my country to Russia, and I don't want to do the typical comparing, but, yeah, kind of funny how you can do stupid shit to get a bunch of views, and people will look at it even though it's stupid. Yet people's anything that you put up there intelligent, it'll either get no views or whatever the hell. I can literally digress and go on about that. But yeah, kind of funny how somebody could do a stupid shit. All right. Yeah, a statue of Russian monument commemorating a particular World War II, like, anyways, yeah, anyway, and even without being arrested, okay, for it, the damn stupid dumb broad should have
find better shit to do on social media to get views. I'm surprised it gets all these views, where people, like I said, people do intelligent shit and it gets less views, and people get shadow banned. But degenerate, stupid shit, even though I don't think it should be banned per se, but people were shadow banning at the same time. Like I said, anything intelligent people put on social media, even if you don't get flagged, false flagged, they're not, in my opinion, in my observance, false flagging things even on YouTube like they used to anymore. They're shadow banning instead most of the time, and then they're allowing bullshit like this woman to get all kind of views on social media. That's what the fuck is wrong. But anyway, even though I don't really support stupid shit like that isn't physical vandalism with that much time in jail, I'm still laughing about it and I don't give a shit. I have my motto, which, by the way, in my intro to my videos, I need to update that, because the intro to my YouTube videos where I talk about shit like that, I use it for an intro trailer in some of my videos about giving a rat's ass. Whether a rat's ass should be offered or given, and me being a smart ass, my motto says, oh, you should offer up the rat's ass first before it's given, and should a rat's ass be even offered or given in a certain situation. That's my sarcasm. I'm going to update that trailer. I'm meaning to get around to it and re-record that and do an updated version of it. But anyway, if you got this far in this video, I am trying hard not to laugh and retake the video. I'm just posting this video as is. But kind of surprising how in Russia you can get arrested and get fined for that stupid shit there under Putin. Then in my country in 2020, even before that, Antifa and white leftists and other kind of radicals, both black and white, were just literally allowed to just vandalize and desecrate statues, whether you politically agree with them or not, which people should have been in federal prison, because that's desecrating federal property. Under this president we have here. Yeah, our president, however you believe he got elected, he was going off and on about the Capitol insurrection, which I always said I sure as shit would participate in, right? I ain't going to federal prison for anybody. I mean, in my opinion, you weren't going to find that laptop or any kind of shit in there, or whatever the hell. But yeah, our president was talking about that and criticizing Trump, but at the same time, he didn't say jack shit condemning the all the radicals, BLM and Antifa just burning down and vandalizing shops and stores and public property. He didn't say a fucking word about that. And a lot of people should have been arrested and investigated for inciting riots. But he chose to ignore all that shit and be all talking all kind of shit about the Capitol riot, which, yeah, that's a federal offense. But people on the other side doing way more damage. That's what's the hypocrisy of my country. I figure I'll make this video to get digs in that and remind people of that. And quite frankly, if there was any Russians from Russia listening, I would gladly get the digs in about that. I mean, people talk about this country that way too, and I would 100% agree. But at the same time, in my country, you can't really go to jail or get fined for tickling the breast of a statue, like that country. But yet, for whether you're in Russia or in this country, desecrating public property and federal property, I mean, could get you federal prison. In my country, under this president, hypocrite who says all kind of shit about the Capitol riot, which a lot of us wouldn't do, but yet don't say a fucking word about the way more damage that was done during the BLM riots, Antifa and all kind of extremists, all kind of leftist extremists. Yeah, my country, everybody likes to talk about every chance they get the right-wing extremism, right-wing radical groups, but they ignore and turn a blind eye and eyes glaze over. And when you try to talk about the leftist extremist groups, oh, they're totally okay, and they do way more damage in my country than any right-wing extremist groups do. But yeah, they're totally okay. But anyway, I'm just made this video because I'm just laughing about that shit in Russia. I don't necessarily agree with it per se, kind of like even in my country. You can't go to jail for that, like, yet, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Russia's probably looking at us and saying, oh, look at that bullshit that's going on here, you know, and they'd be absolutely right. And they're trying to, and the left-wing extremist bullshit that I'm talking about, yeah, they're spreading that shit all over the fucking world, you know. Recent, like, the last year or so, riots in Europe over somebody that happened to have been black, a high-speed chase, and got shot by cops, and they did the same acts of mass degeneracy, mass random burning down of and desecrating of public property, which citizens have the right to defend their property. Just like in my country, too, which I agree with, and I don't agree with the bullshit that's going on with Canada. They're gradually defunding and eradicating the police and letting the degenerates just take over and let them just trespass on private property, squat, or like in my country in New York, what they're doing about the squatting. I can go on, get my digs in about that. Yeah, fuck those people. There are some people that are saying in my country that are putting a stop to that bullshit and allowing people to arm themselves and defend themselves, you know. So this is basically a fuck you video, per se. Okay, if you got this far in this video, bringing this up literally was just a reason for me to get some digs in about a lot of the bullshit going on, you know what I mean? So